Welcome to the Bold Analysis. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Safe journey as you will be traveling to your home, maybe just joining your families and spending time with your family during this festive season. May blessings be your portion. May you be blessed, you and your family. Please remember, in the Bold, every Christmas we normally have adopt a family. Oh yes, adopt a family. So I'm also going to adopt a family, and I'm going to show you what we normally do. Adopt a family is, ukienda home, unapata ile shosho mzee. And adopt a family, our model is, at the Bold we have two programs, granny care and the one for disability. So ukipata shosho kabisa, unaweza mbaia unga and something for Christmas, something you can get for Christmas, utakuwa umeadopt a family. Ukipata disabled, pia unaweza mbaia something you take, utakuwa adopt a family. And that will be in the spirit of Bold Charity Network. I would want to announce to you that after weeks and months of really applying, Bold Charity Network will now operate as a foundation and is registered as Bold Kevin Foundation. So next year, we'll roll out programs so that we have really structures around it, and I believe that with it being registered as government registered foundation, we'll also be able to unlock funding outside the one that we normally do. So kama unajua mtu pale donors pale nje, we are putting up a team, we are just working on the website. We believe that in 2024 we are going to do things, we are really going to do big things and also unlock donor funding for some of our projects. I know most of our members have really been telling me, Kevin, let's go that direction and try. Thank you very much for supporting Charles' appeal. We really did well, and this is the update.
Mimi ni Charles Onyango bado. Nawashukuru sana kwa ajili ya kunisaidia. Kupata wenye wanasaidia ni ngumu. So that nimeshukuru Mungu na hata nyinyi mmeshukuru. Asanteni.
Yes guys, so that is the voice of Charles. Now he has to speak kidogo because the doctor has advised that he really needed some rest. Ametoka tu oxygen that's the other day. So we are here as I had promised that we were to come to ensure kwamba ameweza kutolewa from today. Now, apparently, we are not going to take him home as we had earlier planned because the doctor is saying it's a very, very critical condition. As I told you, meningitis with another underlying condition. So what we've also been advised is him be transferred probably to a nearest public hospital. So from here we are looking at either taking him to Mama Lucy or Bagadi so that he can still be taken care of. Now we have one of a distant relative that we were able to come through, Jackie, atatuongelesha tu just telling us about situation in Charles. Yeah.
Yes, habari zenu. Mimi nawashukuru sana kwa kusimama na sisi. Sasa kufika saa hii tunataka kutoa Charles tumpeleke atafute matibabu kwa usingine. Nawashukuru tu sana. Mungu awabariki.
So yeah guys, so thank you very much for coming through. Now this was a very urgent one. I know I really pushed you guys. We were just from our town project. So, but again, we had to do it. We thank you for coming through in a big way. And I believe that as some of us were calling and saying, we pray for Charles, we really pray for him, that healing is going to be his portion. Na Mungu atakana. We can try as human beings, we can try our part. But really we believe that God is the ultimate giver of life and good health. And so thank you very much for your prayers. Yeah, some of you reached out in prayers, called Kevin, let's pray for him. And I'm just happy that now this is going to happen. We've got now distance few family around, just around when we're doing this fundraiser. And now it is advisable anaweza kaa huku. The brother who's at home can make his way back here. Saizi hata wezi tolewa kwa sababu that barabara to Kisumu, there is a lot of snarl up. We can even spend more hours on the road, which is not very advisable. Remember that njia imekuwa na traffic, so we are told if you try, mnaweza kaa naye kwa barabara for long. That is why now we have to change and take him to the nearest hospital here. Thank you. So we continue to pray for Charles. Yeah, as his situation, he could not then be taken home because of the traffic snarl up on the way. We could take long, and he's in a very critical condition. So of course we then opted for a local hospital, Bagathi, so that in Mama Lucy or Mama Lucy, either which will accept, he's supposed to be taken there tomorrow. So from there we'll really monitor his stand, and some clique of his family members actually may realize, okay, I should just say it. Bibi alikuwa ametoroka. He is back. She's back. And we thank God for also that breakthrough. At least sasa bibi yake pia amerudi. So he also had some support around him. And the brother who was at home is also making his way back to Nairobi so that he can take care of him. And it's good sometimes at that point when you get your family around. What we did helped a lot because it brought hope that vitu zinawezekana. And I think now they can feel, now they can be around him. Ladies and gentlemen, President Ruto cancelled a church service in Meru in the month of November. That was even before the heckling in Embu. That was it. President Ruto also cancelled Kithure Kindiki's Thanksgiving ceremony that was supposed to be held in Tharaka Nithi. It was supposed to be held in Kindiki's constituency. That was also rescheduled. Remember, all the broad-based cabinet fellows did their homecoming ceremonies, and it had already been done. And it also understood that during the Muranga burial of the UDA nominated MCA who passed, Mark Wainaina, the president was supposed to attend, and it is in that event that someone tried to read his speech, and that speech was heckled, and so he avoided Mount Kenya. Now remember the day he went to meet the former president Uhuru Kenyatta, he actually went there, and the same time he was supposed to be in Kiambu, the same day. And that is why you could see that Rigathi Gachagua was actually, making jokes on him, telling him that he's avoiding the mountain now. He wants to go next year, probably hoping that by that time, the fellows shall have forgotten about Rigathi Gachagua impeachment. And so in this podcast, I'm going to be very brief. I'm going to explain to you why the president stopped Mount Kenya campaigns. This is the place that William Ruto visited several times, more than any other region in the run-up to 2022 elections. And if you realize, nowadays he's spending most of his time Rift Valley, parts of Nairobi, and then Western. Rift Valley, part of Nairobi, Western. And so the question here is, why has Ruto stopped going to Mount Kenya? I'm going to explain much more into these details. Remember, there was a story about there was supposed to be Mount Kenya too, not actually in Kirinyaga. Since the month of October, the president is yet to set foot in Mount Kenya. Tells you the way mambo ni magumu. And it just pans out these 6 reasons. The heckling and the lower turnout, in some instances, or rather several political advisors do say that it is stage managed, that politicians pay people to go and heckle the leaders. But when you watch the heckling in Embu, it was very organic. That was a church service, wamekuja service, wametoka from different areas, no one has paid them, they're church faithfuls, they're actually just women and youth and women. Clearly, Ruto has realized the rage, the heckling, the boycott in Mount Kenya, contrary to what other advisors will want to tell him, that it is state managed, he knows that it is organic. He knows that it is organic. So huwezi mwambia rais wewe kuja tu. If it is not organic, Sabina Chege is currently distributing some food under Christmas, going to supporting some people in Murang'a on Christmas. Several leaders are attending NGCDF events, are holding NGCDF events in their constituencies. I'm yet to hear of one member of parliament from Mount Kenya talking in their constituencies, speaking about government agenda, and rather defending President Ruto. That heckling, that low turnout, the president knows it's organic. And that's why he doesn't want to go there. Number two, the inception, the concept of broad-based government. And I want you to, I want to explain this. I really want us to get it. The way broad-based government was framed, it was supposed to bring everyone. So, Raila brought his members and cabinet. Then the president moved around talking about broad-based. But in defining the broad-based, and before the broad-based could get its momentum, they made a mistake. Impeaching Rigathi Gachagua amidst broad-based discussion was a mistake. In fact, the Rigathi impeachment was framed in a manner that we are removing the bad person so that we remain with people who love peace, people who are bringing unity. But it was a mistake. You know what it showed? Mount Kenya people are not boarding the broad-based story. And that is why, even after appointing the Kafogos to the cabinet, I don't know whether my pronunciation is right, but I wish it is. Even after bringing the Kafogos in government, it still doesn't click to the people. And the people are saying, we are rather comfortable in the opposition, if it means so. So, the mistake of impeaching Rigathi, maybe they had all their own reasons. But the timing and the context was wrong, because that showed that Raila liletwa kutoa Rigathi. Number three, the MPs are dodging hosting President Ruto. There are three entry points for the president anywhere. It's either through the ministries running projects the president needs to come and launch, or it is through a church service. This happens often on Sunday, where he is welcomed and hosted, or through the members of parliament, initiatives by the members of parliament. The MPs were given money to go and build markets, 50 million, 5 million, 10 million, 100 million for building markets. The MPs have some money falling under their dockets. NGAF, the National Government Affirmative Action Fund, that is managed by the MPs, that was the former CDF. And these MPs have been allowed not to be contractors in building those hospitals and schools and those infrastructure projects they're doing. But they're the ones that can also host the president. I'm seeing them launching their projects alone, contrary to time in the past where the president will conduct a 5-year working tour in one county. And those 5 days working tour in one county, he's just launching school bus, school administration block, or there's some textbook, or giving some laptops, or those are kind of things that was happening. Now those MPs are no longer receptive to the government of the president. Why? When a sitting MP now you host the president in your constituency, you give your competitor impetus to hit you. You give your competitor fodder to beat you. Third reason. Kindiki rejection after inheriting Rigathi. But I've always asked, if you ask someone from Mount Kenya, is Kindiki a bad person? They say yes. Kindiki is not a bad person. But the moment he was part of that, the way they defended the killing, and is a human rights lawyer, something went wrong. They will ask again, is there a problem that Kindiki took over from Rigathi? The answer is yes. And what the people wanted is, if, and remember after the impeachment, people said, oh, don't impeach, sasa usitulete hiyo kiti. They didn't want that seat. If you're keen, you will realize that William Ruto doesn't fly around with Kindiki the way he used to fly around with Rigathi when he was going to Mount Kenya. In fact, they attended that goat auction in Baringo. You countable events they've been together. Most church services, they normally split, but of course that's a strategy to reach many masses, to reach the masses. Now that rejection is making it difficult because now if you go with Kindiki and you are in a rally, then probably you now introduce your deputy to speak, then you will be heckled. The other issue is the church network. The church network, I think it went with Rigathi and Rigathi's spouse. That was a very strong network for the president. Why are they not inviting him to their churches? They used to invite him for donations, and they have said that I'm willing still to donate, even if Catholics are rejecting. And lastly, think the government projects lack traction. So sometimes when you go to the public, you find yourself too defensive, just arguing with the people. You know, Miguna once said that as a president, sometimes you don't just engage in a lot of argument with the people. Sometimes you let the people have their way. So without that, for example, this vaccination, Mount Kenya is an agricultural county, area. I'm really looking at how Kagwe is going to navigate around it. The president seemed to be giving up and is handing it over to Mutahi Kagwe. Thank you. Let's meet in the next.